Show starts in 5 minutes.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Men, there's a drive-in movie full of juicy people. Wow! It's a trap! Help! It's Pick! We've had it, men.
A pleasant aroma for you, but not for mosquitoes. Pick is easy to use. Light it and forget it. Pick's aroma keeps mosquitoes, gnats, and sandflies away. Pick is the best protection for barbecues, fishing and camping trips, or just relaxing in the yard.
So if you don't want our company ever anywhere, just light Pick and see what I mean? Bye!
Pick is on sale at the refreshment stand now. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Today we're interviewing a stomach.
Hello there.
What is life like as a stomach?
Oh, boy, it was humdrum. I mean, until what's-his-name discovered Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza?
Yeah, I was suffering from the pizza cravings until Tony's came along. Crispy crust and zesty sauces. Wow.
And so now... What's that?
Another pizza craving. Just thinking about Tony's sets it off.
Oh, where are you going?
He's going to get a Tony's Pizza, and I follow him anywhere.
Does your stomach send you pizza craving signals? Oh, wow. Tony's, the Pizza Cravers Pizza.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
And now, on with the show.
welcome to the movie quiz. I am your host, Chris Mann Nelson, and in just a couple of minutes, you and I will be embarking together on a trivia odyssey through 50 points of trivia, puzzles, all kinds of stuff. Tonight is the finale of season 11. I can't believe it. This is a 10-week season, and it's already over. That's absolutely insane to me. Time is flying by. Just a recap, tonight's game, I changed up the rules. We're in our second double-digit season here. Got to keep it fresh. Changed the rules. Anybody who played 7 games over the course of the regular season, the previous 9 games, you are eligible to win the game. But our top 3 finishers are starting off the game with points already. Our first place finisher, Marley's Chains, is starting off the game with 4 points. Our second place finisher, and man, was it close. They got second place by 1.5 points over the course of 9 games. A few good answers, starting off tonight's game with 3. And the Oslo condition starting off with 2. So the top 3 teams do get a leg up. They are now not the only ones who are eligible to win gold, silver, and bronze, but they do have a substantial advantage. But it's anybody's game, really. All right, so let's do it. Let's hop in to our last. There's no choices here in the finale. You made your choices actually last week. And I wrote according to what won. All right, so let's jump into in-game mode here. Let's throw it into in-game mode. There it is. All right, and there it goes for the last time in season 11. Maybe it'll happen in season 12. I don't know. I enjoyed this format. I might do it again. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Oh, good question. Good question about no McClunky, no Golden McClunky this season. Since everybody's eligible, I don't know. Let me see. Let me think about that. Let me think on that, and I will have an answer for you. That's an excellent question, though. All right, so we are in-game mode. Let's kick it off. Our winners. What won? Marvel Siblings. We had Marvel Siblings, Doctors versus Monsters, Magicians by Hair, This Place Sucks Because of an Evil Wizard, and Animal Martial Artists and Crime Fighters. All right, so which one of those is going to be our Q&A round to kick off the game? We're starting off with Marvel Siblings. Marvel Siblings is going to start us off with our Q&A round. All right, so here we go with your first question of tonight's championship game. In a 2022 MCU film, Letitia Wright's character takes over what superhero mantle from her brother? What is the superhero mantle that she takes over in a 2022 film? I still haven't watched this movie all the way through, so I don't know. Let me know if it was good. I've kind of given up on Marvel. I don't know. It would take a lot for them to get me back into it. All right, so Letitia Wright, she plays Shuri, and Shuri is the sister of the late T'Challa, who is the Black Panther. Shuri becomes the Black Panther at the end of the movie. 67%, two-thirds of teams got that one right. All right, question number 2. Zoe Saldana and Karen Gillan play Gamora and Nebula, 2 characters forced into sisterhood by Thanos, who have appeared together in how many MCU feature films? How many films in the MCU feature both Nebula and Gamora? So just type a number. Just the number will do. Do the math. Is anyone else constantly stuffy? I feel like I'm just constantly stuffy. I think it's forced. I think it's the forced air. Being in the forced air heat. Yes, Mild Honest Bonsai is stuffy all the time lately. I'm just like sniffing like a coke fiend constantly, but I just have allergies and nasal sensitivities. All right, how many of these movies? There's 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and they were in Infinity War and Endgame. They've been in 5 movies together. They collectively, Nebula's been in more movies, but there's 5 movies that feature both of those characters together. All right, question number 3. There's another set of Sibs in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Peter Quill and Mantis turned out to share what character as their father? It's a recent revelation in the MCU. It's actually revealed, I think, in the Guardians Christmas special from last year. Tonight I'm drinking Jack's Abbey Raycatcher rice lager. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Let me know what you're drinking at home if you're drinking. Yes. Oh, it's also, yeah, it is always one nostril. It's always one, and it changes. It goes back and forth. It's never consistently one nostril that's clogged. All right. So your answer here, hang on. Let me correct one of these. All right. They are the children, the half siblings of Ego. Not the half siblings of Ego, but the 2 children, half siblings of each other, because they have Ego as their dad. Kurt Russell, sexy old Kurt Russell, the living planet. All right, question number 4. Excited viewers thought Evan Peters was bringing his X-Men version of Scarlet Witch's brother Quicksilver to the MCU when he showed up on WandaVision, but he turned out to just be playing an actor with what jokey name? It was bizarre. This is the character he played was not Quicksilver. It was not Pietro, but he was an actor that was named what? Dickie Gross, Ralph Boner, Rod Munch, or Chuck Wiener? Which of these was the stupid? I don't understand why they did this move. It was a really bizarre, like, because people were psyched, and all they did was they just pissed people off. They just made people really mad. Where'd that move? They made people mad when it turned out that Evan Peters was not playing Quicksilver, but Ralph Boner. Ralph Boner was is the name. I had a lot of fun coming up with these other childish sophomoric names. These were really fun to come up with. I hope I get to do it again. All right, question number 5. Though raised as Thor's brother, Loki was not born as Guardian, but is instead a member of what alien race? Does anyone watch Loki season 2? Again, I'm just like so checked out. They really they've just buried me in content. Buried all of us in content, not just me, with all the Disney Plus stuff. It's too much. It's too much. Great fun. Oh, season 2 was good of Loki? Okay, interesting. I'm just tired of his shit. He's just always like it's the same tricks. Okay. All right. Maybe this will convince me to dip my toe back in the Marvel waters. All right, I'll take that. All right, he was, sorry, a couple people typed things that are correct, but just didn't get caught by the software. He is a frost giant. He's a frost giant, or Jotun from Jotunheim. All right. Question number 5 is done. Question number 6, long. All right, you got two things you can type here. Half point for each. You don't have to get both. But mutant brothers Scott and Alex Summers, a.k.a. Cyclops and Havoc, finally showed up on screen together in X-Men Apocalypse, the 8th film in the franchise. From what parts of their body does each brother shoot their energy blasts? Sounds gross. It's kind of gross, I guess. But what are the 2 parts of their body that each brother, they both do it, but they do it from different places? It's kind of like, I guess, how like some siblings kind of look alike. And yeah, they totally, part of the whole like X-Men continuity mess is that they like Cyclops is supposed to be the older brother, but they put him in the movies first, and then they worked backwards. They had Lucas Till, who played the reboot MacGyver, if anybody remembers that shit. The guy from Monster Trucks, which my son loves. All right, got a lot of hands, a lot of guesses for hands. One guess for belly button. One guess for Ralph Boner. Couple for mouth, but the answers are the eyes and the chest. The eyes and the chest, kind of illogical places to shoot energy belts from. Almost everybody got eyes. You know who Cyclops is. Also, his name is fucking Cyclops. It's pretty obvious. But Havoc, like, he does this like little shimmy, and then he like shoots a bolt out of his chest. Eyes and chest are the Summers boys. All right, question number 7. In what non-MCU Marvel movie does Kate Mara play Michael B. Jordan's adopted sister? In what non-MCU Marvel movie does Kate Mara play Michael B. Jordan's adopted sister? All right, the two of them in this film from 2015, they played Johnny and Sue Storm. They were in the Fantastic Four reboot. From Josh Trank, the one that was like, it could have been good, but really got bogged down. And that question was about. Oh, also, I'm sorry, I'm asleep at the wheel here. We had an X-Men First Class question. We're talking about the X-Men, Apocalypse. Who's in that movie? See, I've been leaning too hard on Beast. The Beast comes up a lot just because there's been like Marvel stuff. But there it is. There's Holtz. We might find another No Holtz Barred somewhere else in the game. If you see one, little Marcus in the corner. Yeah. So anyway, we halted and caught fire, and now we had a question about Fantastic Four, which leads us into question number 4,000. This is the 4,000th question I've asked. Some of them I've repeated. I'll cop to that. But this is 4,000 times I've asked a question after I ask this question about also the Fantastic Four. Like Jordan, Chris Evans also played Johnny Storm before joining the MCU. What actress played his sister Sue in a pair of Fantastic Four movies in the 2000s? Who was the actress that played Sue Storm? Kate Mara played her in the 2015 Fantafour Stick. As I know, I saw there was some debate in the chat over how to pronounce Fantfour Stick. Fantfour Stick 4. All right, yeah. If you see a Holtz opportunity, please throw it out there, because I was busy putting this all together. I couldn't find I wasn't going over with a fine Holt comb. All right, so most people got this. You remembered that Jessica Alba played Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, in Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four: The Rise of Silver Surfer. All right, so let's take a look at your scores and standings here to start the game. We've got Hang on. Let me open this up here. All right. Oh, yeah, we have some half points here because of Havoc. Got the producers with 0.5. Book Clubbers with 1.5. Greenwoods, 2.5. Simon, 936 Drinks with 4.5. Juan Soto and Pinstripes and Sleepy Time Stallone. I'm not, don't worry. I'm not, I don't use the slur Sleepy Joe. 5.5. Chris the Curator with 6. Sterling Cooper with 7. We Own the City with 7.5. We got a 3-way tie with 8 for Winning Wheel of Death, Quiztastic 4, and Avis and Bobo. And in the top three spots, bolstered by their bonus points that they earned in the regular season, we have the Oslo Condition with 10, A Few Good Answers with 11, and Marley's Chains with 12, which means they all had perfect first rounds. And their points in the standings are separated by the bonus points that they've earned. Let's see if those come into play as we head down the stretch. All right, so that brings us to our picture round. And which one of those winning categories did I assign to the picture round? Magicians by Hair. The one you've all been waiting for, Magicians by Hair. It is time, all right? So it's real simple. You're going to see 10 magicians or magical characters. Some of them are like illusionists, and some of them are truly magic. Some of them are like illusionist, sleight of hand magicians. It's a wide berth, but all you'll see of them is their hair. Every other part of their body, the hair, eyebrows, beard. That's it. That's all you get. So you just name them. Name the character. All right, so let's open this up here in the game. Let's open it up here on the stream. I'm going to put 4 minutes on the clock as we do here at TMQ. And here we go. 4 minutes on the clock starting now. All right, my friends, you got about 45 seconds left. Get those answers into me. A little under 30 seconds. And starting the timer now. Hey, there's the beep. All right. All right. So let's take a look as I grade these up. Let's open it up. If you look over, you're not going to see it in the game, but look over here on the stream, and you will see the faces. These 8 faces. You all did well on these. The first one, that is Jareth from Labyrinth, played by David Bowie. The second one is the Emily Blunt Mary Poppins. Everybody got that right. The third one is, hang on, everyone got this, but I gotta regrade it. It's the Wizard of Oz. It's the Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Not everybody got it, but a few people, about half the teams got it. All right, number 4, of course, that is our boy Doctor Strange. We wouldn't have this season gimmick without him. Number 5, let's see how people did on this. 6 teams got this right. That's pretty solid. This is Burt Wonderstone from the incredible Burt Wonderstone. Or the Great Burt Wonder, whatever the fuck that movie is called. Maui is number 6. Number 7, I'm curious to see how people did. That is Draco Malfoy. All right, most people got that. And the last one, that is Radagast. Radagast the Brown. He's the brown wizard from The Hobbit. He's in the Hobbit movies. So that's not looking for Gandalf, of course. Looking for the guy who was erased there. So our highest correct answer was Mary Poppins. Our lowest were Radagast and Burt Wonderstone. No surprises there. No surprises there. All right, before we check in with the leaderboard, let's do our short round. All right, let's do the short round. The short round I've assigned This Place Sucks Because of an Evil Wizard. This place sucks because of an evil wizard. All right, so your question is, name the evil wizard who turned each of these fictional locations into a lousy place to live. At some point, under these magician, wizards, sorcerers, these places they sucked. Because of the wizard, the magician, the magic user. All right, so let's do I don't know, 90 seconds. 90 seconds for this one. Where's it? I don't have a timer. Let me do it on my phone here. Let's do 1 minute now. 1 minute. I'll do 1 minute. So you got Isengard, Coruscant, Narnia, and Outworld. There's two answers that I will take for 4. All right, let's get that timer started. Timer starts now. Get those answers into me. Who are the wizards, sorcerers, magic users that really screwed up these places? Isengard, Coruscant, Narnia, and Outworld. All right, let me grade these up as we read them off here. Isengard sucks because of Saruman the White. Saruman the White. Hang on, wait. What happened here? Yeah, Saruman. Number 2, it sucks because of Emperor Sheev Palpatine. Number 3, Narnia sucks because of the White Witch. Her name is the White Witch. That is the answer I was looking for. Hang on, a couple of people put she has like an extra name, but they also write White Witch, so I'm taking that. And the last one, this is Mortal Kombat. Outworld is Mortal Kombat. So there's 2 wizards. One rules it. One is like he's kind of like his buddy, but they're both evil wizards. So I took Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn. Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn's the big guy. He was like the big boss Shang Tsung was the boss in the first movie, and then they introduced Shao Kahn. A movie, video game, whatever. Same shit. All right, now let's take a look at your scores and see how we're doing here. We got the producers with 2.5, book clubbers with 5.5, Green Woods with 7.5, Chris the Curator with 9, Juan Soto and Simon with 9.5, Stallone with 11.5, Winning Wheel of Death and Sterling Cooper with 13, Avis and Bobo with 14, We Own the City with 14.5, Quiztastic 4 with 16, and then goodness gracious, look at that. At the top, we've got a few good answers, and the Oslo Condition tied with 18 points apiece. And just ahead of them, we've got Marley's Chains with 19. But we got Quiztastic 4, who was not. We got some teams who are in the orbit. We got some teams who didn't finish in the top 3 that could get themselves into tonight's top 3. So you never know what happens. Oh wait, the points didn't come through for this round. Oh, okay. Thank you. What did I do wrong here? Okay, so that's gonna change things. All right, let me look at that again and see if anything is different. It's still very similar. Still I'm not gonna read them all again. I was looking at the scores after round 2. Thank you for that. If you put Jardis or Jadis or whatever for the White Queen, I accepted that. It should show up. That should be Oh no, wait. Okay, hang on. Let me go through that again. And there was one that I missed. So now everybody should have their points. If you don't have your points, let me know. All right. Cool. All right. So that brings us to the puzzle round. That's going to bring us to the puzzle round, which is going to be, and you're going to love how much text there is over here. You know, when there's this much text, that it's going to be fun, easy, and everyone's going to be happy. So this is Animal Martial Artists and Crime Fighters. All right. So I'm going to ask you a trivia question. That's, you don't need pen and paper or a calculator. You just need me to explain it well. And I do have an example for once. All right. So I'm going to ask you a trivia question about an animal martial artist or crime fighter, but I've replaced the character's name with sort of a synonym, kind of like how we did with the hair round last week, how I had like, the Bob, what about Bob and the Bob cut? I replaced their name with like an alternate description of their name. Okay. And so then but I'm not looking for the character. I'm looking for the answer to the question. So it's a 2-step process. Okay. So here's an example. In all of these, you're going to answer the question that is highlighted in blue. Okay. So in what city full of animals does flowers used in the brewing of beer become the first rabbit police officer? So you want to go through the process. What is this one? You could probably just answer based on the question alone, but you go through the process. What are flowers used in the brewing of beer? Hops, who's an animal crime fighter named Hops. That is Judy Hopps. Judy Hopps is the first rabbit police officer in Zootopia. All right. So you want to figure out who I'm talking about and then answer the question. Okay. So it's a 2-step thing. I'll give you extra time to work through the 2-step process there. All right. So I think it'll be pretty easy once you get it underway. All right. So which kids show, that's right. You are only answering what's in blue. You are only answering what's in blue. So the puzzle part is figuring out, it's like puzzle and then trivia on top of that, right? So you got to figure out who I'm talking about And then the second level is you got to actually answer the question about that character. All right. So which kids show movie villain has a decades-old grudge against animal martial artist Small Sliver of Wood lodged below the skin? So the animal martial artist is Small Sliver of Wood lodged below the skin. But what I need from you is which villain has a decades-old grudge against Small Sliver of Wood lodged beneath the skin? Cool? So I need not the character that in the underline, but who am I talking? Who's the villain that I'm talking about? Who's the villain? I wanted to make you work a little for the championship. You gotta do two levels for the puzzle round. But once you get like any puzzle round, once you get on the wavelength, you'll understand. So I'm not looking for the animal. I'm not looking for Small Sliver of Wood. Small Sliver of Wood's not the answer. The villain who has a grudge against Small Sliver of Wood is the answer. All right. So of course, a Small Sliver of Wood is a Splinter. And what villain has a grudge against Splinter? It's Shredder. Shredder. So Shredder is your answer. So you got to figure out the animal, then answer the question. All right. It's two steps. All right. Question number 2. What crime-solving organization, so the organization is the answer I'm looking for, is run by the rodent duo? And your alternate explanation of this rodent duo is male exotic dance troupe who wear a bow tie, collar, and shirt cuffs on an otherwise bare torso. So that's the description of the rodent duo. What crime-solving organization does that duo run? And it had a movie. They had a movie within the last couple of years. All right, so that male exotic dance troupe, that is Chippendales. Chippendales. So what crime-solving organization do Chip and Dale run? They run the Rescue Rangers. The Rescue Rangers, who had a Roger Rabbit-esque live-action animated hybrid movie last year? I don't know. Sometime recently. It was pretty funny. All right, question number 3. Who is the best friend of crime-fighting canine digital currency like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or Ethereum? So who is the best friend of crime-fighting canine? And then the crime-fighting canine's name is digital currency like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or Ethereum. But I need to know his best friend. All right. So the what is Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Ethereum? That is crypto. And so crypto is the dog. And who is crypto, spelled differently, but who is crypto's best friend? It's Superman. Crypto, we had a crypto the Wonder Pup question recently. Last week, maybe even? All right, question number 4. Giving you a multiple choice on this one. What legendary martial arts title is unexpectedly bestowed upon the author of The Raven and the Fall of the House of Usher in their first film adventure? So what is the martial arts title that's bestowed upon that character who I gave you an alternate description of? K-Boom coming in with the tough love. If you don't get it by now, it's just too bad. That's that's fair, but I also for me personally, I don't know where the line of like, did I explain this well enough? Is this needlessly confused? I mean, it is needlessly confusing. I think that goes without saying that it's needlessly confusing. But almost everybody got this one right. This was nice, solid work. Of course, who wrote The Raven and the Fall of the House of Usher? That's Edgar Allan Poe. Poe, like Poe the Kung Fu Panda, and he is the Dragon Warrior. The Dragon Warrior is your answer. All right, halfway through the puzzle round. Question number 2. What Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. It's a long day always. Number 5. What gaming company co-produces the big screen adventures of drive-up restaurant chain established in Oklahoma in 1953? What gaming company co-produces the big screen adventures of drive-up restaurant chain established in 1953? Well, it's not, you can't necessarily blame it on the people who voted for it. You can blame it's on me, for making it tough. It's not their fault for choosing it. I could have made this in any round, but I made it the puzzle round. All right. So what is that drive-up restaurant chain established in Oklahoma? That is Sonic. And what gaming company produces Sonic? That is Sega. Sega, of course, is that gaming company. All right, number 6. We've got another multiple choice here. The titular character in Marvel and Lucasfilm's 1986 box office bomb, character's name. It's not his complete name. It's not the complete name of either the character or the person I'm describing here, but director of Apollo 13 and A Beautiful Mind is a master of what fictional martial art? And your options are Rex Kwon Do, Hamster Style, Quack Fu, and Gymkata. So who am I talking about? The director of those movies has a name in common with this character, and that character is a master of one of these fake martial arts styles. All right, so the director of those movies is Ron Howard, and the character in that 1986 box office bomb is Howard the Duck. And if you could get there, you'd probably figure out that it's Quack Fu. He is Howard the Duck is a master of Quack Fu. All right, and I see that I've Ryan voted for 1 down, 4 to go. I see that I'm being canceled. Rex Kwon Do, all of those were from from other things. Hamster Style is from Orgasmo. Rex Kwon Do is from something else. I just looked up like fake, fictional martial arts, and Gymkata is from the movie Gymkata, which is a movie where they tried to capitalize on a gymnast's popularity. And they gave him his own brand of martial arts. So before I forget, while I'm being canceled, I want to give you a poll once again. I don't have a poll ready for you, but throw it in the chat. If, like we did on Thanksgiving, if in 2 weeks from tonight, on the 20th, if I did a cancel Christmas, a holiday show, would you show up for a holiday game, a Christmas, New Year's holiday movie game on the 20th? Would you do it? Let me know. Would you be around? Would you want to play? If so, then we'll make it happen. We'll have some fun. I've done a Christmas show every year since 2020, including one we were supposed to do in person at Caveat, but had to move to live stream because of Omicron. But all right, I'm seeing a lot of yeses, so I think we're going to make it happen. All right, we'll address that later. Let's move on with tonight's finale game. Question number 7. In what iconic animated vehicle can you find paraphrased lyric from Frank Sinatra's Strangers in the Night? In what iconic animated vehicle can you find paraphrased lyric from Frank Sinatra's Strangers in the Night? And this is one where that's actually the origin of this is one where it's not just a random connection. This is actually how this character was named, according to the research I did this week. Yeah, I think I would do it that way, Ryan. I think I would. I would also happy birthday, Ryan. I think I probably would do that again. Pre-record it. Maybe get the Krampus to come back. Krampus or Jake Santa Claus could come back for a big Christmas party. And then I would hang out with you all in the chat. I think that is the way to go for those special episodes. That's a lot of fun. All right, so this one. This is how this character was named from Strangers in the Night. When Frank Sinatra goes doobie doobie doo, that's how Scooby Dooby Doo got his name, and he drives around in the Mystery Machine. The Mystery Machine is your answer. I thought people would get that one. I thought that would be an easier one. I'm surprised by the low percentage on that one, but that's all right. We got one question left here, and it is, though he claims not to be one, mortgage company formerly known as Quicken Loans is commonly referred to as what type of animal? He looks like this type of animal. I think he is, maybe even canonically, but he claims that he's not. Though he claims not to be one, mortgage company formerly known as Quicken Loans is commonly referred to as what type of animal? All right. He actually he came up in not he came up, but his movie series came up earlier tonight. He's from the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's Rocket. Rocket Mortgage is the one that's formerly known as Quicken Loans. So Rocket is referred to as a raccoon. All right, so that is the end of the puzzle round, for better or worse. So let's take a look at your scores and standings here after 4 rounds. We've got the producers with 6.5, Book Clubbers 8.5, Chris the Curator with 10, Greenwoods 11.5, Juan Soto and Pinstripes 13.5, Simon with 16.5, Sterling Cooper and a few good answers with 21, Sleepy Time Stallone with 21.5, We Own the City 22.5, Winning Wheel of Death, 23. Avis and Bobo, 25. Quiztastic 4 with 26. Marley's Chains and Oslo Condition tied at the top. Tied at the top with 29 apiece. Boy, oh boy, it might come down to a tiebreaker. I do have a good tiebreaker. I got a question in the chat. It's a Raiders of the Lost Ark shirt. It's a Raiders shirt. I got there's Indy. He's on there. All right, so that brings us to our two truths and a lie round, and it is time for Doctors versus Monsters. Doctors versus Monsters, MDs and PhDs taking on the supernatural. All right, so this is your two truths and a lie. Works the same as always. There's, I give you a question that has two answers. Each correct answer is worth 1, but there's a fake answer, and if you pick that one, you get 0. But you can just pick one, hit submit, collect your 1 point. You don't have to roll the dice if you don't want. All right, so Doctors and Monsters, let's go. Question number 1. Which two comedic actors have played a lighthearted version of the granddaddy of all monster hunters, Dr. Abraham Van Helsing? Jermaine Clement, Jim Gaffigan, Mel Brooks. Which two of them have played a comedic version of Dr. Abraham Van Helsing? All right. So I think one of them might be kind of obvious because he made Dracula Dead and Loving It. Mel Brooks is one of them. The other who voiced Van Helsing in the Hotel Transylvania series is Jim Gaffigan. Jim Gaffigan. Let's see how people did on this one. Ooh, pretty tough. Tough. Half of people wiped out. Got 0 points on it. 25% of teams got 2 points on that one, and 19% got 1 point. All right, question number 2. The Ghostbusters, the original set of Ghostbusters, Dr. Stantz, Venkman, Spengler, and future Dr. Zeddemore, do battle with Gozer and Vigo, two ghouls who use what art forms as gateways to enter our world? Literature, architecture, and painting. Which two art forms do Gozer and Vigo use to get into the human world, the world of the living? All right. They use architecture and painting using a Upper West Side building, and also an old painting in which, where did that go? Where was the answer on that one? Never mind, it doesn't matter. All right, in the 2016 reboot of Ghostbusters, the ghost hunting organization traces its roots back to the childhood friendship of these two characters, played by Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy. Dr. Aaron Gilbert, Dr. Abby Yates, Dr. Jillian Holtzman. This movie has grown on me over time. I did not like it at all when it first came out because I'm an incel. No, because I don't know. It just didn't strike me as funny. Maybe it just had too much to live up to. But my son got really into Ghostbusters a couple years ago, and he loves this movie, so we watched it. He loves the reboot, so we watched it a bunch, and it started growing on me. All right. So the answer here, these are all three of these are they are members of the Ghostbusters in the 2016 movie, but the two in question are Aaron Gilbert and Abby Yates. Aaron Gilbert and Abby Yates are your answer. Jillian Holtzman is she's part of the team, but she is not their childhood friend. She's played by Kate McKinnon. All right, question number 4, what are the subtitles of the 2 big screen X-Files adventures featuring Dr. Dana Scully? Fight the Future, The Truth Is Out There, I Want to Believe. Oh my God, she just went to sleep. I was putting the baby to sleep at like 8:20, and man, she did not have a good night. All right, so the 2 X-Files movies are Fight the Future and I Want to Believe. Fight the Future and I Want to Believe are your answers. Ooh, The Truth Is Out There was a big fake out, because that is the slogan of the show, but it has not been a subtitle of a movie. All right, question number 5. Countless movie doctors, including ones played by Matthew Broderick and Vera Farmiga, have had to contend with Godzilla's monstrous powers, which have included what over his many incarnations? So at some point, I think there's been like 45 Godzilla movies from different studios, America, Japan, everywhere. But which 2 of these has Godzilla had? Nuclear breath, invisibility, regeneration. Yeah, part of the reason the baby was so upset about going to bed tonight is that she was playing hockey with her brother before
bed, and she went to bed screaming, "Hockey!" She's obsessed with hockey. She's 21 months old, and she is just completely obsessed with anything hockey. She loves it. She loves hockey so much. It's bizarre. But I love it. It's fantastic. All right. So again, there have been like approximately 114 Godzilla movies. So if you know of a movie where Godzilla was invisible, let me know. Send me a link, and I will reconsider the point. But in my research, Godzilla has never had invisibility as a power. But if I'm wrong about that, you can let me know. All right, here we go. Question number 6. What are the first names of the exorcists, Father Merrin and Father Karras, the latter of whom is skeptical of demonic possession, given his degree in psychiatry? He is a doctor and an exorcist. What are the two priests' first names? Nikolai, Damien, Lancaster. One of these you might know. You might know Father Karras because he has like the dream, and they say it a few times. His Greek mother's like, "Why you do this to me, Damien Karras, and Lancaster Merrin. Lancaster is his name. The old priest is Lancaster. All right, this was tricky. This is one of the trickier Two Truths and a Lie round, but it's a championship. It's the finale. Gotta up the difficulty. All right, question number 7. 2 questions left. Stars of which 2 FX original series had roles in 2013's Kaiju Fest Pacific Rim as the characters Raleigh Beckett and Dr. Newt Geisler? One of them was a doctor in this movie, battling giant monsters. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Atlanta, Sons of Anarchy. So, which two of these FX original series had actors who were also in Pacific Rim, the original Pacific Rim? Yes, hell yeah. Damie, why you do this to me? Why you do this to me, Damie? Love The Exorcist. Has anyone seen the new Exorcist? I heard it's not so good. But if it's on streaming somewhere, Peacock maybe. I'm curious about it, but I'll probably watch it when everybody goes to sleep, which is my time to watch weird trash. All right, so the two actors. There's actually two actors from one of these shows in it. Dr. Newt Geisler is played by Charlie Day, who is on Sunny, and Charlie Hunnam and Hellboy. Ron Perlman is in Pacific Rim as well. Charlie Hunnam and Ron Perlman from Sons of Anarchy are both in Pacific Rim. All right, and your final question of this round. In Universal's aborted Dark Universe of films, Russell Crowe's Dr. Jekyll was supposed to bring the monsters together, like a Nick Fury style, including Tom Cruise as the Mummy, Javier Bardem as Frankenstein, and which other two? Depp as the Invisible Man, Jolie as the Bride of Frankenstein, and Owen as the Wolfman. Which two of those are real? Which of those were supposed to happen? But they didn't, because the Mummy was not good. It always works out well for these studios when they jump right to a shared universe. I don't know how you screw this one up though. Like the original shared universe is Universal Monsters. And like you just had to make good monster movies, like the way that people want to see them. Like do the characters right. All right. So the one that's fake here is Clive Owen as the Wolfman. Apparently, they were eyeballing Dwayne Johnson to be the Wolfman, which is bananas. That's absolutely bananas. I don't know what kind of Wolfman he would be. I don't think he would be great as a Wolfman. No offense to Dwayne. I know he watches. But Dwayne, I'm glad it didn't have it. That's right. He is already the Scorpion King. He he does. Oh no. My wife is stumping for League of Extraordinary Gentlemen in the chat. I can't. I'm gonna ban her. I'm gonna ban her from the chat. All right, let's take a look at your scores and standings here. I'm just gonna go for like the top few to see what we got here. It's really interesting here. We got a few good answers. A few good answers. Quatastic 4 and the Oslo Condition all tied in the third place spot with 37 points. Just ahead of them in second place, currently in the silver medal spot, is with 38 is Avis and Bobo, and in first place with 43 points is Marley's Chains. All right, so that brings us to our post credits blitz. Let's see. It's so slow. StreamYard's so slow by the end of this hour. I don't know why, but it's unhappy. Look at how unhappy it is. It's spinning around. All right. So same as it's been all season. I'm going to ask you a pair of questions, a set of questions that are related. One of them's easier, and that's worth 1 point. One of them's harder, and that's worth 2 points. They're all going to be kind of hard because it's the championship. So here we go. Let's jump in. Let me open up the, let me make sure I'm on the right page here. All right, let's open this up over here in our first set of questions. All right, we talked about Marvel siblings earlier in the game, and that's what we're talking about here. Name the stage and screen actor who played Logan's brother Sabretooth in X-Men Origins Wolverine. That's worth 1 point. Or name the former wrestling actor who played Sabretooth in the original X-Men in 2000. Who played Wolverine's brother in these two different movies. Oh, what did I do? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to change that. It should still be good. All right, let's start the timer. All right. So cool. Everybody who's getting their points is getting their points. In X-Men Origins Wolverine, it was Liev Schreiber. Liev Schreiber played Sabretooth or Victor Creed? That's not right, is it? Victor Creed? He didn't have the same name as Logan, but they were brothers. Liev Schreiber and Tyler Mane. More teams got Tyler Mane than I would have expected. All right, so here comes your second set of questions. We talked about superhero animals, and here it is again. Name the superhero beagle, voiced by Jason Lee in a 21st century live-action adaptation of a 1960s cartoon. So just name the superhero dog. Or for 2 points, name that superhero dog's secret identity. What is that dog's secret identity? All right, a lot of correct answers for the 1 pointer. So far, I got one team who knows their underdog. Underdog is the dog, and his alter ego is Shoeshine Boy. Shoeshine Boy. Avis and Bobo knew Shoeshine Boy. From the old cartoon. I think he's Shoeshine Boy in the movie too, and so it's legit for the movie quiz. All right, and your final questions for season 11, unless we have a tie to break, which it looks like there's a good chance we might. Number 3, where does Abraham Van Helsing hail from originally, according to the 1897 Bram Stoker novel Dracula, as well as most film adaptations, for 1 point? Or, for 2 points, where does Gabriel Van Helsing hail from originally, according to the 2004 Hugh Jackman film Van Helsing? Which I had seen Van Helsing and did not remember that he was not Abraham Van Helsing in that movie. He's Gabriel Van Helsing in that movie. Where is he from? Where is each of them from? Last questions of the season. It's been a great season, everybody. I've had a lot of fun hanging out here, doing the show with you all, making choices in the multiverse. I really did like this format. I think I might do it again for season 12, which I don't know when that's going to happen. But I will. Let's do the Christmas show. Let's do the Christmas show on the 20th. I'll pre-tape it, and I'll show up. I'll be in the chat and hanging out with you guys. Okay, I need to see who got. One team did get the second one, which absolutely blew my mind. I did not remember this at all. But this is amazing. I'm so happy about this, that this is in the show. So Abraham Van Helsing, he is Dutch. He's a Dutchman. He is from Holland, the Netherlands, however you want to put it. And Gabriel Van Helsing, played by Hugh Jackman. My friends, he's from heaven. He came from heaven. When I looked this up, I was like, oh, that might be a good question. Like, where is Van Helsing from? That's the question. That's just not like who played him or whatever. And then I was like, oh, where did the other Van Helsing come from? And the wiki said heaven. And he's an angel. He's an actual angel. He's the angel Gabriel who was sent down to fight to fight fucking vampires and stuff. It's insane. All right, so let's see. Let's take a look and see. I do have a tiebreaker question if it comes to that. So let's see what we've got. Do we have a tie to break? We don't. We don't have a tie to break. All right, so let's read them all off. We got the Book Clubbers with 13.5, Juan Soto and Pinstripes with 17.5, the producers with 17.5, Chris the Curator with 18, Greenwoods with 20.5. I mean, if you want, here, you know what? Here, I'll ask the while I read them off. Here, I'll ask you the tiebreaker. Anyway, whoever's numerically closest, we can settle fourth place. When Doctor Strange looks ahead to find a timeline in which the Avengers defeat Thanos in Infinity War, how many potential futures does he see? How many potential futures does he see? Oh no, don't show the answer. Don't show the answer. All right, so you can submit your answer while I read off, and then we'll figure out fourth versus fifth. I gave the answer away. Hang on, get out of here. It showed it because it's slow and it's not responding right. Thankfully, it doesn't. It doesn't really matter. All right, where did I leave off? Sterling Cooper with 30, Sleepy Time Stallone with 31.5, Winning Wheel of Death with 35, with 36. Wait, what am I reading? With Winning Wheel with 35, We Own This City with 36.5, Quiztastic 4 and the Oslo Condition tied with 40 points apiece, just ahead of them, taking the bronze medal. The bronze medal is Avis and Bobo. Your bronze medal winners are Avis and Bobo with 41 points, just ahead of them with 42 points. Your silver medalists are A Few Good Answers, and your champs, your gold medalists, back on top. They've won. They've reclaimed their title. Oslo Condition won it in a incredible win last year. Marley's Chains is back on top. They are your season 11 champs. This flashed accidentally. Here's the answer to it's 14,605,000. Let me see who typed what. So that we've got the 14 million. They were 14 million. They were close. Oh my God, you both knew 14 million, right? That's 3 places, and that's 3 more. Oh my goodness. By 20, one team put 14 million of these 2 teams. One team put 14 million, one team put 14,023,000, and that team is the Oslo Condition. So Oslo Condition took 4th place by 23 out of 14,605,000. That's how it was really close. But congratulations to Avis and Bobo, A Few Good Answers, and Marley's Chains. Also, congratulations. Excellent job through the whole season. Oslo Condition finishing 3rd. Just finished out of the bronze spot by 1 point tonight. But I think this was exciting, having the bonus points, giving the top teams a leg up. But then anybody can, and one of the non-top 3 teams for the first time ever, they got in. They did it. They won the bronze. All right. So thank you so much, truly, for playing this game, this silly little game every Wednesday night. For these past 10 weeks. It's always a blast, and I'll see you back here. I'll be in the chat. Let's do the Christmas game on the 20th, and then I will figure out when season 12 is happening, sometime in 2024. All right, so I'll see you back here on the 20th for Cancel Christmas. Have a great couple weeks off, everybody. Enjoy your company Christmas parties or whatever the heck you got planned, and McClunky.